Explanation of grant test number 7 from SBI PO's mains examination. See, question number 46. In the given question, three statements are given with an idiomatic which is highlighted. See, this is the idiomatic expression. So we have to find out the best uses of the idiomatic expression. You can't judge a book by its cover. It's an idiomatic expression. And struck while the iron was hot. This is one. And the one is costing her an arm and a leg. See, here, as far as the task concerned, in the given question, three statements are given with an idiomatic expression which is highlighted, and you have to select the answer choice that states the combination of statements in which the idiomatic phrase has been correctly used. See, sometimes it may be incorrectly used idiomatic expression, but here it is correctly used. Which is correctly used idiomatic expression among these three? Now see, what do you mean of can't judge a cover by its can't judge a book by its cover? See, based on the appearance of people, we cannot. That means don't judge the people before you know before you know you truly know them. So the candidate did not look very intelligent. He is not very intelligent, but at the same time, don't judge somebody without knowing something about them exactly. So but you can't judge a book by its cover. So what is used in the sentence is exactly correct. So one is not your answer. So where there is one can be this is correct, so it is not. Okay, this is your answer. He asked which is correctly used, no? So this is correct, so your answer may be 1 and 2, and here also we have 1 and 3. That's why you can eliminate the options like B and C. So the second one, you stuck while the iron was hot. So which means things must be done whenever possible. That means hit the iron when it's hot, then only um, uh, it can easily molded by us, or else impossible, we cannot change it. So you stuck while the iron was hot by failing short and class attendance and falling into the. So here it is stuck while the iron was hot by falling short and class attendance and failing to submit the. So if you fail to continue the class, surely you are not allowed to examinations because of lack of proper attendance. So in this context, stuck while the iron was hot is obviously wrong. So 2 is wrong. Since 2 is wrong, this option can be eliminated. Again, when we have the choice for either only one or both 1 and 3. Now check the third one. The young woman's gambling addiction. This is not addition, addiction. The young woman's gambling addiction, ADDICTION, it is addiction. The young woman's gambling addiction was costing her an arm and a leg. Actual meaning of arm and a leg is, this is the meaning of that. Okay, arm and leg in the sense expensive. Okay, now see, the young woman's gambling addiction. She attracted towards the gambling. Gambling is nothing but earning illegal money. Okay, uh, the young woman's gambling addiction was costing her an arm and a leg, costing her very expensive, and so she decided to get help. Okay, so since it is very costly, he decided to get help. This is fine. So sentence, the idiomatic expressions in sentence 1 and 3 are exactly used. That's why option E is your answer. You can eliminate even A and finally stick to the option number A. 46 is the last option. Question number 47. This is also on the same context. Oh, sorry, yeah, it has been changed. In the question below, a part of the sentence is given. Yeah, this is the part, and you are provided the answer choice to complete the given sentence and choose the option that is grammatically and contextually correct. See, this part must be filled by any one of the option or any two of the options, some maybe any three also. Here we have all the above. So you have to select the best conclusion for this part. So as the war dragged on, so as the war going to begin, the soldiers' lives were one of the near context hardships. And see, the war dragged on in the sense not completed, continuing days and days, months and months. So as the war dragged on, the soldiers' lives were one of the nearest, one of the near constant hardships and deprivation dash near and the deprivation from the substandard clothing and equipment and barely edible and usually insufficient rations, chances are there. So everything must be provided only, no. So that's why the it may be, there may be chance. So when the war is being dragged from months to, from days to months, months to years, then obviously the lives of the soldiers and the hardships and deprivation, everything. See, actual meaning of deprivation is lack of something. Deprivation means short supply, lack of. This is the one of the best clues to find the best link. Deprivation from substandard clothing. Yeah, lack of deprivation, lack which means lack of substandard clothing and equipment to barely means very hardly edible, nothing to eat, and usually insufficient ration also, food vessel. This is fine. So that's why only one chances are there, one and two chances are there, where there is one, this is chances are there, but you can eliminate this one, and all of the above also chances are there. Now see the second one. Many of whom try to distract themselves. So people, I mean the soldiers want to distract themselves by singing and playing instruments. Okay, now see this one. Let us criticize the, as the war dragged on, soldiers' lives were one of the near constant hardship, and hardship means problems, and also lack of, many of whom tried to distract themselves by singing and playing the instrument. So lack of harmony. There is no harmony among the people. So this is also fine. It can be in the whole. So 1 and 2. Chances are there for this one, and 1 and 3. Since 2 is correct, you can eliminate third one. So let us cross check third also. So only one option can be eliminated here. So your answer is 1 and 2, 1 and 3. All the above never be used. Oh, okay, all the above chances are there. Let us check third one. Northern troops generally enjoyed better provisions than their southern counterparts. Yeah, this is blunder. See, here it is a negative. As the war dragged on, soldiers' lives were full of hardships and they were suffering from lack of. If it is deprivation, negative word, can you say northern troops generally enjoyed better provisions? So this is blunder. This is 100% is a positive word, positive phrase. So that's why it never be used over there. Since it is wrong, only 1 and 2. That's why all the above can be eliminated. 1 and 2 and 3 wrong notes. That's why here we have 3. This also can be eliminated. Ultimately, the best answer is B. Both 1 and 2. Question number 48. Between 1000 and 1650, a series of interconnected developments occurred in Europe. Yeah. So between these years, between 1000 and 1650, that means 650 years, uh, a series of interconnected developments occurred in Europe country. Now see, occurred in Europe country, after try to join this one, adjoin, occurred in Europe, that provided the impetus for the explanation. See, actual impetus means urge, 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 which means request. So to provide the urge request for the explanation and subsequent colonization of America. So for this is fine. Contextually, between these 1000 and 1650, a series of interconnected developments occurred in Europe that provided, so that in that time, the Europe that provided the urge for the request for the explanation and subsequent colonization of America. So fine. Next, between 16,000 and 1650, a series of interconnected development occurred in Europe while their accomplishments became known to other Europeans. So is there any option like, yeah, we have? This is quite irrelevant. So between 1000, actually here it is Europe and European countries, Europeans, okay, fine. But here the concept is between 1000 and 1650, a series of interconnected developments occurred in Europe while there occurred in Europe while their who's what is there while their accomplishments became known to other Europeans. Interconnected developments in Europe occurred. So here there is no clarity about the word there. Because of that reason, it can be eliminated. So that means where there is two can be eliminated. Yeah, this is two. So eliminate. This is two. We have eliminated. So only one chances are there, and one and three chances are there. All of the above never be used because one is right and other one is wrong. So that's why all of the above can be eliminated. Our answer is either one or A or C. So now read again. So between 1000 and 650 series of interconnected developments occurred in Europe, including the what are those developments? Those developments are including the Protestant Reformation and the subsequent Catholic Counter Reformation and the Renaissance and the emerge of new technology in navigation and shipbuilding. These are the developments. This is the best one. Even it suits better than sentence number one. So both one and two. So both one and two are available with C. So only one can be eliminated. Your answer is C for question number 48. 49. Roosevelt took immediate action. It's the name of a person. Took immediate action to address the country's economic woes. Woes after, look here, there is a comma. This is the one of the best clues to find the best following sentence. Economic woes. First announcing. What is that woe? Woes after there is a comma. The woe means, see, write the meaning of O, which means promise. Oath, promise or oath is known as O. Oath to chastity, etc. And first, the O is the first announcing a 4-day bank holiday, and during which all the banks would close so that Congress would pass reform legislation and reopen those banks determined to be sound. This is fine. Since it is fine, where there is no one, it can be eliminated. No one can be eliminated. So here we have no one option. Next one was by addressing the public recently. By addressing, I joined the second sentence. Roosevelt took immediate action to address the country's economic woes. Economic woes by what? By addressing the public directly over the radio and the series of talks, and these are the means of things. So this is also fine. 1 and 2 are fine. So chances are there for B. Since one is both are correct, no chances are there for either B or E. Now, see, I join the sentence to this word. Roosevelt took immediate action to address the country's economic woes, sought to reform and final system. Economic woes after we have to explain something gradually. We have the comma. Economics woes by addressing is fine. Economic woes, first woe, second woe, third woe. But here, after the economic woes, sought to reform the financial system, creating the fundamental. So this is not good linker to join with the question word. So this can be eliminated. So answer is on So all of the above can be eliminated. Answer is B, both 1 and 2. 49B. Question number 50. Look here, directions. A passage has been provided. From the given option, choose the sentence that continues the paragraph in the most appropriate way. See, and here we have the paragraph. The ending must be selected among this A, B, C, D, E option. And luckily, there is no option like none of the above. So surely any one of these things are how it is ended. So we have to select this part. The ending part must be selected. Look here and choose the sentence that continues the paragraph most appropriately. How it is ended. Concentrate on the ending environment through which order the people to adopt more self-interested motivations, compromise the individual sense of self-determination, and thereby degrade intrinsic motivations or convey message to distrust, disrespect, and unfair intent. Intent means intention. Okay, unfair intent. So look here, compromise the individual sense of self-determined. We have to compromise with the individual selves and thereby degrade intrinsic motivations or convey the message of distrust, disrespect, and unfair intent, and thereby degrade intrinsic motivation or convey a message of distrust. And here it is in this current intent in this current knowledge based economy firms productive and longer based on physical and financial assets. And here, if you see the passage, high performance organization and economics would work basic not only on the material interest but also on the Adam Smith moral sentiments. So high performance in the organization based on not only economies, not this relations are not only based on the money but also on the moral values, moral sentiments, and well-designed laws and public policies can harness self-interest and of the common good. Okay, common good in the sense it is good for everyone. However, incentives that appeal to self-interest may fail when they undermine the moral values. Yeah, if we give the intention incentive, the worker can struggle for the organization. At the same time, he may miss the moral values to get the incentives. So it should be taken consideration. Again, behavioral experiments reviewed have suggested that the economic incentives may be counterproductive when they signal that selfishness in an appropriate response. So surely, because of economical privacy, people can neglect the moral values. That is the central idea of this passage. Coming to this particular first option, First option, in this current knowledge-based economy, firms productively and competitively advances are uh, uh, productivity and the competitive advantage are no longer based on the physical and financial assets. Okay, next, see the difference one and two. Many of these unintended, look here, or convey a message of disrespect and unfair intention. Unfair intent. So many of these intention, which are those? All these are motivations, convey a message of distrust, disrespect, all these negative qualities, unfair intent. So many of these unintentions of ineffective occur because of people act only to acquire economic goods and service but also constitute themselves to the. So this is the best one, better one when there is a comparison between A and B. Now let us cross check C. See, here all these are the negative qualities. Okay, and the rise of behavioral economics has fostered the burgeoning number of studies dealing with the past, present, and the future. So there is a mismatch between something must be there, then only it can be added over here. So that's why it can be eliminated. Number D. Economics is a research agenda which gradually has moved from periphery to the center of the discipline of economics. Yeah, here the sentence tells something about the definition and description of the economics, but not related to this particular thing, so can be eliminated. Next, this has, which has, maybe these things. So this has compelled knowledge incentives from look for a more reliable source of the higher productivity and competitive advantage by focusing on their intellectual capability, which cannot be easily limited. This is also fine. So chances are there for either B or D. Let us cross check both options. Let us go through the beginning. So behavioral experiments reviewed here suggest that the economic incentives may be counterproductive when they signal that selfish is an appropriate response and constitute a learning environment through which over time period come to adopt more self-interested motivations and compromise the individual sense of self-determined, and thereby, so in order to get the individual satisfaction, degrade the intrinsic motivation or convey the message of destruction and disrespect and unfair intention can be flourished. So many of these unintentions affect the, so B is perfect. Now let us cross check this one. See, thereby degrade their intrinsic motivations or convey a message of disrespect and unfair intent. This has compelled, and internationally it should be, it can be connected with which has compelled or else that had compelled. Okay, if you write this has compelled knowledge incentive firms to look for a more reliable source of the higher productivity. So actually productivity may be higher, but the moral values can be decreased. In that sense, the best one is B, but not E. So that's why option B is the best one. Question number 51. And here in the question below, a small paragraph is given with two words missing. Okay, word number 1 and 2, these are missing. And here we have a pair, one pair, second pair, third pair. So among these three pairs, select the best answer or best answers, best pair or best pairs. Okay, here it turn out the most people are not strict utilitarians, feeling get in the way if the trolley problem is framed slightly differently, such that to save 5 lives, you would have to push someone. You would have to passively push someone, immediately push someone, or actively push someone. It is not passively. So in the first look itself, the first passively can be eliminated since it is positive. Sorry, since the sentence is positive, passive is a negative. So it can be eliminated. So, so the word passive is irrelevant word in the blank. That's why here we have one. So C can be eliminated. Here we have one. So option D can be eliminated. And your answer is either option A or B. Only two or only 2 and 3. Now see, immediately is there, no? Let us cross check with immediately. It turns out the most people are not strict utilitarians. So everyone is not strictly utilitarian guy, and feeling in that way, if the trolley problem is framed slightly differently, such that to save 5 lives, you would have to dash push someone in front of the trolley, immediately push someone in front of the trolley, or else actively push someone. Okay, eligible both are. So what about these words abhorrent and repugnant? The actual meaning of abhorrent is, it's a negative word which means disgusting. What is disgusting? The meaning of disgusting is nothing but irritating others. Irritate. And the word repugnant, repugnant also disgusting or irritate. So have to push or have to abhorrent. some zoning actively, uh, immediately or actively, have to immediately push someone, or else have to actively push someone in front of the trolley, killing that individual in the process. And few people say they would do that, like that only. And even though the cost, one life lost, and the benefit, five lives saved. So during this process, you may lost one life, but you can save five lives. At the same as before, there is something dash about physical forcing someone their death. There is something disgusting, but suppose because of, in order to save five people, one person have to be sacrificed. In that case, it is disgusting for that one guy. And there is something disgusting about physically forcing someone to their death. And these feelings overpower most people moral judgment. So here, disgust, since the meaning of abhorrent and disgusting is same, so both the words can be used. And even in the first also, the words immediately and actively can be used. So you can go with both 2 and 3. So eliminate option A and stick to B. Option B is the best answer for question number 51. 52. Before the Second World War and its immediate aftermath. Aftermath in the sense result. Before the Second World War and after the Second World War, and the result, the history of the creativity might seem to lack its object. So in the history of creativity, there is no object. The world was not much circulation. Okay, the points need not be dash, need not be after, it should be V3, need not be, or else any adjective also can be used. So need not be precise, pedantic, exact. See, the meaning of precisely means concisely. The meaning of precise is brief. Brief. And pedantic. Pedantic means a strict. It was repeated number of times in the vocabulary area. The word pedantic is very, very important. Strict disciplinarian. So strict disciplinarian. Exact is known word, C is known word. Okay. uh, Coming to the contextual meaning, before the Second World War and its immediate aftermath, the history of creativity might seem to be its object and was not much inclination. The point underneath, the point need not be, after we should write V3, need not be, this blank must be filled by third form of the verb. Here, not be precise, it should be precise, so it can be eliminated. Pedantic, not be pedantic. Suppose if you use pedantic over here, you might say that pedantic means not very very strict, a strict disciplinarian. The point need not be pedantic, and you might say that what we came to mean by the capacity of creativity was then robustly. Robust is a good word which means strong. It was repeated number of times even in SSC also. Robust means strong, robustly picked up by the other notions also, and say genius or productivity or even intelligent, for whatever capacity it was believed enable people to. Not too often we never use not. That's why first pair is completely irrelevant. So you can eliminate option C. Here we have one option D. So your answer is A or B, or else none of these. Next one, coming to the people to avoids. After people, can you ray avoids? People to avoids, blunder it is. So avoids also wrong. That's why eliminate where there is two. So your answer is either, since it is wrong, it can be eliminated. Again, exact. See, the point need not be exact. What is, when you say need not be exact, it has no sense. Or else, coming to here, apply C in the third blank. unable to it was believed unable sorry enabled, it was believed enabled people to see thoughts, enable people to see thoughts. It's a blunder. So since C also wrong, and can you say need not be exact, exact also wrong. So everything, when everything lost the chance, your answer is none of the above. You can go with option E. Question number 53. This is also on the same concept. Banks must lay down the, okay, so just let us go through this line. If you fail you to go to this line, you can go with the rest of the lines. And here, such an independent compliance function is required to be dash, required to be, after it should be V3. Here headed is V3, organized V3, leading, to be leading by, to be leading by is blunder. So 3 can be eliminated. 3 can be, since 3 is wrong, eliminate where there is 3. Here we have 3. Look here, 3. So it can be, this can be eliminated. Next one, either it is headed or organized. And let us go through headed. Such an independent compliance function is required to be headed by the designated chief compliance officer. Yeah, it should be done under the control of chief compliance officer, which is CCO. So the best word. What about the criteria? Can we use in the second blank? Evaluation section, criteria to manage. Yeah, this is also fine. So chances are there for 1. That's why only 2 can be eliminated. Either it is 1 and, either it is only 1 or else 1 and 2. Your answer is either B or C. Let us check organized. Here required to be organized by a, here organized is fine. Organized word is fine. And what about the rank? Can we use rank in the second blank? And poor people evaluation selection, rank to manage, appropriate fit. Yeah, the word rank doesn't fit over here. That's why it lost. Because of this word, the option 2 lost its way. So 1 and 3 is wrong. So C option can be eliminated. Ultimately the best answer is only B. Only B. The first pair is the best one. So it is available with option B. Question number 54. And here the task has been changed. Okay, in the question below, 3 statements are given with the phrases or an idiomatic expression that are in the bolded. Look here, 3 bolded idiomatic expressions are available here. One is in one sitting, and other one is do your homework before, and who got off scot free. So who got off scot free means unharmed, escape. The meaning of this one is escape without harm, means unharmed. Escape unharmed is known as got off in one sitting. This is known, direct answer it is. And in a single attempt, and do your homework. It means get command, get good practice. Like, okay, and see, modest doesn't have been. See the sentence. Modest doses have, doses plural, no, so have correct. Modest doses have been shown to cause rapid breathing and increase stress level when consumed in one sitting. Yeah, when consumed in one sitting, and obviously modest doses have been shown to cause rapid breathing and increase the stress level. So that's why uh, there should be a gap between sitting and sitting. When it is one sitting, surely we may be disturbed. So this is fine. This is the best sentence with the idiomatic expression. Next one, be sure you do your homework before heading into the meeting, and there is a lot at stake. Yeah, this is the best clue to decide the sentence. Stake means risk. Now read the sentence again with the by inserting the word risk. Be sure, do your homework. When do we have to use homework? Do homework before heading to that meeting. Before going to meeting, do your homework. Be practice well. There is a lot of risk, and no one's going to like if you are not up to the speed. Yeah, lot of risks. No one's going to like if you are not up to the speed. If you are not that much of range, no one would like to like no one would like to give preference. So this is also fine, this, unless there is a practice, don't go away. So only two, only three can be eliminated. Chances are there for one and two. So since one is correct, here there is no one, that's why it can be eliminated, or else all the three. Now see third one, third sentence. In 2016, Jawaharlal Nehru University students and journalists were attacked, and they were attacked in Delhi, in a Delhi court, by a group of liars who got off scot free. Group of liars who got off. Then the people who got off are not the students but liars, because here who is the relative pronoun, liars is antecedent. So Delhi High Court by a group of liars who got off scot free, a severe transgression by the liars and failure of the police. So escape unharmed. So in 2016, Jawaharlal Nehru University students and journalists were attacked in a Delhi court by the group of liars who escaped unharmed. Apply this one. Who escaped unharmed, a severe transgression by the liars and a failure of the police. So this is also fine. They escaped without any harm. So all are correct. That's why you can eliminate both 1 and 2 and stick to the all the three option. That's why option A is the best one. Question number 55. Here we have at. See, the meaning of at is still, or else, already, also known as in addition to, adding, in addition to. Now see, an elderly couple, that means here we have four sentences. See the task here, A, B, C, D, four sentences. These four sentences, among these four sentences, two sentences are can be clubbed with yet yet. So which of these two sentences can be clubbed with at? Is it AC, BC, BD, AD, or CD? So fortunately, we don't have any option like none of this. So any one of these things are answers, no doubt. Now see this. An elderly couple in a corner sang a beautiful song together from their hometown. Okay, next, live modern music. So this is about the song and the music. And live modern music can be heard all over the Dublin at almost any time of the day or night. Okay, live music, sorry, not live. Live modern music can be heard everywhere. Okay, next, I discovered another way that this earnestness manifest while sitting in a pub through music. So this is also about the music, and it is the traditional Irish music sessions where groups of musicians come together. So actual meaning of at is still, already, in addition to. So which of these pairs can be used? Let us cross check A and C together. Here, according to A and Z, an elderly couple in a corner sang beautiful song together from their hometown. At it is A and C. No? At I discovered another way that this earnest manifest. Yeah, there is a mismatch. So that's why this option can be eliminated. Let us check B and C. Live modern music can be heard all over the Dublin at almost any time of the day or night. Yet, see, yet I discovered another way that this earnest manifest will, which earnest manifest, for this sentence there is no clarity in the B. That's why B can be eliminated. Now check B and C. Okay, and now check B and D. Live modern music can be heard all over the Dublin at at almost any time, whether it is day or night. So every time, 24 by 7, there was a live music. Okay, yet it is the traditional Irish music sessions where groups of musicians come together and informally play together. Yes, traditionally come together and informally play together. So B and D can be hold. Next one, it is A and D. An elderly couple in a corner sang a beautiful song from their hometown. From their hometown, it is in the traditional Irish music sessions. How can you say they are they are singing from their hometown, and it is in the traditional music sessions? How can you say it is in the traditional music group of musicians come together? So there is a mismatch A and D. So can be eliminated. Now let us check C and D. I discovered another way that this earnest manifests while sitting in a pub through the music, yet it is the traditional Irish music sessions. I discovered another way. No, I discovered another way that this earnest manifests while sitting in a pub through music. So it is an intention of a particular person through music, yet it is the traditional Irish music sessions where groups of musicians. Yeah, yeah, this doesn't fit. This phrase doesn't fit with the C. So can be eliminated. Ultimately, it is the C, which is the best one. 56. While. While can be used to tell the contrast also. Here, it might not be a direct mimicry, mimicking of Western hip hop lyrics, while surely the sound is. Can we say A and B? And there is no option like A and B also. So it is not a good pair. Let us go through the options A and C, and it might not be a direct mimicking of Western hip hop lyrics. C, no, according to this one, C. While there are undeniably similar trends, so chances are there for this one. So it can be put aside. Next one, B and C. Surely the sound is different since part of what you are hearing comes from regional folk genre, while we see while there are undeniably similar trends. Now, this is a mismatch with while can be eliminated. Now check with CD. There are undeniably similar trends. Similar trends. While many rap lyrics today revolve around the sex, drug, similar trends are there. CD chances are there for CD. Now go through the AD, AD and BC. AD, is it possible? It might not be direct mimicking of the Western hip hop lyrics, or else if you put while in the beginning, while it might not be a direct mimic of Western hip hop lyrics, many rap lyrics today revolve around sex. It might not be direct mimic with the Western. If AD is okay, if what about the BC? And surely the sound is different since part of what we are hearing comes from the regional folk genre. So sound is different, but it is very near to the folk genre, while there is similar trends. Yeah, because of this word, it is a BC is it is an irrelevant one, so it can be eliminated. Now check A and D. It might not be a direct mimic of Western hip hop lyrics, whereas many rap lyrics, many whereas many rap lyrics today revolve around the sex, drugs, violence. Or else, if you put while in the beginning, while it might not be a direct mimic of Western hip hop lyrics. Many rap lyrics today, yeah, if it is, although it can be fine, but since it is, while AD is a mismatch, so ultimately your answer is either A or C. Let us cross check A and C again. It might not be a direct mimicking of Western hip hop lyrics, while there are undeniably similar trends. See, it may be, it may not be related to this series. Undoubtedly, while there is undeniably similar trends also. CD, there are undeniably similar trends, while many rap lyrics today revolve around sex. Yeah, and this is a mismatch. CD. So you can go with only AC. Option A is your answer. A and Z can be combined with while. 57. In the question below, three words are given in bold. Here, threshold, partake, versatile. See, threshold means, okay, three words are given. The same three words are used in three sentences. The three words are repeated in three sentences. Then you have to find the contextually correct sentence. See, first of all, let us get the meaning of the vocabulary. The meaning of threshold is entrance, and the meaning of partake is participate, and the third one versatile, gifted with many talents or else many functions, gifted with many talents. These are the meanings. Now let us cross check the vocabulary whether they are fit or unfit. Meeting this intimate stranger allowed me to explore the threshold between to explore the threshold between the strange and the familiar. I could understand the difference between the threshold, in the sense threshold is an entrance. The meaning of threshold is entrance, or else the main entrance room is the main entrance cabin is known as threshold. So meeting this intimate stranger to be allowed me allowed me to explore the threshold, to know the threshold between, so the border between. So in other words, threshold means border also, the border between the strange and the familiar. So here the word threshold is fine, it's a good word here. And familiar, North and South America, to learn a new language and new way of life. But with his death, that I fully gasped, grieving and grateful that event had occurred in my life. Okay, now see the B second one. A few of these are shape of a Milky Way galaxy, the first precise measurement of the Earth's gravity and circumference, one of the most accurate versatile thresholds. See, threshold, one of versatile threshold. Can we say versatile? Versatile, many talents. How can it is versatile threshold? The uses of versatile threshold is blunder. So it can be whole and can be eliminated. Now, Susan, see the see here where it is already flexible and versatile design platform. Versatile. Versatile is used for the different kinds of people or different kinds of machine that can take the decision automatically. So versatile design platform is wrong. And here the postcard invented me to partake of a Brazilian family. Actually, partake in the sense participate, participation, and it can be added in the resume. So I partake a number of seminars, etc. So, but here partake of a Brazilian family where I had presence. So, when it is an attachment with the family, partake can never be used over here. So, this is the wrong usage. So, can be eliminated. Next one, it is possible to imagine the world in which we could supplement the water of our sustainable microclove gardens with the mineral and trace elements to give the plants access to threshold carbon dioxide and yeah threshold threshold access to and here this is not general entrance. Okay, so here the meaning of general going inside must be used over here, so it is also wrong. So go with option A. In sentence A the word is used exactly. Option A is the answer. 58. Distort, supersede and swath. Actual meaning of distort is twisting, twisting out of shape, destroying also. Twist, also known as destroy. And the supersede, which means replace. And the third word is swath, a long, narrow stream is known as swath. A long, narrow stream is known as swath. Now see, the states over there territory military powers were exercised in different actors in respect to multiple overlapping swaths. Yeah, overlapping swaths of territory. Overlapping swaths of territory. Long narrow strips. Sure. Overlapping swath is the wrong usage. And judicial process and military powers were exercised by the different actors in respect of multiple overlapping swaths of territory. Here the word swaths is relevant. And next one, we have not had an opportunity of testing this Grub's more recent models possible to produce such image satisfactory without distortion and with an apparent convenient and rigid. Rigid means strict. Rigid in form. Such micro momentous may supply supersede the flare. Look here, supersede the filer micromate. Supersede and replace. Possibly supersede is used to the emotions. Supersede, the word supersede must be used to the emotions, but here it is supersede the flyer micrometer. So this is the usage is wrong. Next one, the Yukon is a part of Beringia, an ancient swath of territory. Okay, ancient swath, narrow strip of territory. The Yukon is a part of Beringia, an ancient swath of territory linked Saudi Arabia, linked Siberia and North America by a land bridge and passing at least age of British. Chances are there for C. Next one, D. In some cases, collective intelligence emerges from no order whatsoever. In non-human criteria such as fish, bees, ants, and bacteria, individual from the swats to contrary. This is a blunder. Individual from the actual meaning of swat is a long narrow strip. So that's why can be eliminated. Next one. In other words, public discussions of science had better avoid basic mistakes in the philosophy of science in pain of distorting scientific discoveries. Yeah, distorting in the sense twisting. Actual meaning of distorting is twisting, twisting out of shape, changing the shape. So distorting scientific discoveries. That means they are changing the scientific discoveries and their practical impact. This is fine. So you have two options, either C or E. So which is better between C and E? So out and out, this is fine. Okay. What about C? The Yukon is a part of Virginia, an ancient swath of territory. Virginia, it is not a stream. Yukon, the Yukon is a part of Virginia. Virginia, actually, Virginia is a land. In that one, Yukon is a part. According to the sentence, Virginia is an ancient swath of territory. Ancient swath of territory. That's why this is a land, not a swath. In that ancient land, Yukon is a part. That's why this also can be eliminated. Ultimately, the answer is option E. See, this is quite tricky here, quite tricky and very, very important. These are going to be expected 100%. See, the following question consists of a sentence which is divided into three parts. Look here, part 1, 2, and the 3 part. Again, the same parts are given with some correction by the examiner. So you have to find which correction is better, whether it is the paragraph or the correction by the examiner. Based on that, select the best option. Suppose, see the task here. Here it's divided into three parts, which grammatical errors in one or more of the parts. See, among these three parts, one or more may be grammatical errors. And later, if there is an error in any part of the sentence, find the correct alternative to replace from the three options. If there is an error here, you can replace with the following sentences. Suppose, and if there is an error in any part of the sentence and none of the alternative is correct, so here there is an error, but these alternatives are wrong, then you can go with none of the 1, 2, 3, which is option D. D. If none of the 1, 2, 3 of your answers as your answers, and if the given sentence is grammatically correct and does not require any correction, you can go with no correction required. Okay, now see this one, very, very important one it is. See here, whether it concerns, it's singular, no, so concerns correct. So whether it concerns how technology is reshaping identity and politics, how to remember the past and imagine a future of, or what to. See, the same sentence is corrected over here by the examiner. Whether it concerns, here also whether it concerns how technology is molding, how technology is shape. Yeah, this is the difference. Here it is resharpening, here it is molding. Again, identity and politics. Look, identity and politics. How to remember the past and the imagine, past and imagine. Again, imagine after we have people are devising new language that grapple. Here also same. Uh, remember the past and imagine future or what to. Yeah. So what is the difference? Here the difference is, here it is reshaping. Here the word is reshaping, but here the word it is molding. Which is correct? Is it in the paragraph or else in the sentences? And here, what is correct? Whether it concerns how technology is reshaping identity and politics, and whether it concerns how technology is molding identity, which is right, molding its identity or reshaping identity. Since the word is technology here, so because of the word technology here and here, it is reshaping. So what is given in the sentence is correct. So that's why it has no error, but this is wrong. The word molding is wrong. Since it is wrong, you can eliminate this option. Okay, now check the second part. About the crisis of climate and migration that facts. About the crisis of the climate and migration that facts in this moment or pervasive emergency, people are driving new languages, so devising new languages and grapple. And what is here? To about the crisis of the climate and migration that face us in the moment of pervasive energy, people are devising new languages and grapple. Here, the difference is the word crisis, CRISIS, and here the word crisis. Okay, crisis singular, crisis is plural. Which is right? Is it in the passage? Crisis here do about the crisis of climate. Here it is crisis of the climate. Which is right? Crisis or crisis? How to see the previous sentence, how to remember the past and imagine a future, or what to do about the crisis of climate. So what is given, it is in the question is wrong, in the paragraph is wrong, and it is not crisis, it is crisis. So this is correct. So one is wrong, two is correct. Then your answer is, where there is two will be your answer. And here also we have two, here also we have. So one is wrong, no, since one is wrong, it can be eliminated, no correction required. One is correct and second one is wrong, no, that's why no correction required also can be eliminated. So ultimately your answer is both 2 and 3, or else only 2. And since one is wrong here, this is one is wrong, so this is also can be eliminated. Your answer is either A or B. Now see the difference with the complexity of, so the difference between both of them. With the complexity of the world far from the famous and the claims to objectively that dominate infotainment, infotainment. Here, with the complexity of the world far from the formulas and claims, here also claims to objectively that dominate infotainment, that dominates infotainment. Yeah, here dominate verb is there without s, but here dominates it is. Which is right? Is it in the paragraph or in the uh, sentences? Look here, third one, no. With the complexity of our world far from the formulas is plural, claims also plural. See, the word formulas and claims both are plural. Since it is plural, we should not add here s. Dominates is singular, dominates is plural. Okay, at the same time here it is plural, claims also plural. When both are plural, how can you use dominates? That's why this is wrong. What is given in the sentence? Where is formula? In the sentence, sorry, in the what is given in the paragraph is correct. So, so it has no error. This is only erroneous one. This part is a blunder. That's why it can be eliminated. So what is given in the sentence is correct. Okay, don't be confused. And look here. Here, as far as first statement concerned, what is given in the paragraph is correct. That's why I eliminated this one. As far as the second one concerned, what is written in the sentence is correct. That's why I put aside. In the third sentence, coming to the third part, what is given in the paragraph is correct. That's why I eliminated this one. So ultimately, you're left with only two. That's why your option is C. That's it. Simple. So you have to compare the sentence, compare the grammatical accuracy between the given paragraph, part of the given paragraph, and a part of the given sentence below. And question number 50. Nearly 40 years in 1981, See, nearly 40 years in 1981, London's Royal Academy mounted the landmark show, a new ship in the painting, which, and here also nearly 40 years ago in 1990, London, yeah, here we have had, look here, and in the sentence, Royal Academy, there is no had. Here there is no had, which is right. Do you have to put had or not? Had never be used here because the reason is it happened 40 years ago. No. So when there is a comparison, he had taken the meal before I entered. When there is such kind of comparison, we can use had. But here there is, since there is no comparison, had never be used. So this, what is written in the sentences is wrong, and what is given in the question is correct. Since it is wrong, look here, don't be confused. Since this one is wrong, this option also wrong. That's it. Now compare second part and the second sentence and second part. Spread its wings. Okay, spread its wings wide enough to enfold C.Y. Twombly and Warlow and Jean Helen. But what is here? Spreads its, which is right. Spread its or spreads it. That is only the difference. Here it is spread. Spreads, which is correct. See the previous sentence. And look here, a new spirit in painting, singular. And a new spirit in painting is purely singular. Which spread, not spread it is. Which spread, since it is singular, spreads is correct. So what is given nearly 40 years ago, London Royal Academy mounted the landmark show, a new spirit in and painting, which spread its wings, which spreads, yeah, actually it happened in 1981, no? So how can you use spreads? That's why this is wrong. What is given in the sentence is correct. Since it is wrong, this can be eliminated. So your answer is neither one nor two. So that's why where there is one and two can be eliminated. So you left with only one option. So now check three. Centered. Here, what is here? Centered at the then ascendant neo-expressionism and Italian transvagar transvagaria. Here, centered. Okay, at the on the, yeah, that is the difference. Here we have at, but here it is on, which is right. Centered at the then ascendant neo-expressionism and Italian transvagar Transvanguardia, or else centered on the. Do remember when it is centered, it is on. So this is wrong, and what is written at the Roman numbers is correct. So only C is your answer. So the best one is option C. Question number 61. This is also same task. In the relatively loose conditions of an art gallery, we are in the relatively luxurious conditions, which is right. This is right and this is wrong. Since it is wrong, it may be your answer. Luxurious conditions. In the relatively lux conditions of an art gallery. So lux is different from luxurious. Sorry. So lux is different from luxurious. In the relatively lux conditions of an art gallery, we are reminded. So for 61, the luxurious condition of the art gallery we were reminded of the indifference between the industrial labor and the artist labor, but also of the parallel between them, and somewhere in the it is not. So looks what is given is correct. So not luxurious condition. So it can be eliminated. And now compare two and two, second and second one. What is second here? Reminded of the difference between industrial labor and artist labor, but also reminded of the difference between reminded of the difference between industrial labor and reminded of the difference between industrial labor and artistic labor, but also and artist labor. Yeah, artist labor, artistic labor, which is correct. Since labor is noun, before noun we should write adjective. Artist is noun, artist is noun, but artistic is adjective. So before labor it should be done artistic labor. So this is artist labor, that's why this is wrong. But here artistic labor, this is 100% correct. So it may be our answer. Two. So one is wrong, two is right. That's why where there is two can be selected. Here we have two, but here one no. That's why it can be eliminated. Here if we have one, it can be eliminated. One can be eliminated. No correction required. One is right, other one is wrong. No, so no correction required also can be eliminated. Now let us criticize three. Of the two parallels between them, and somewhere in there, here also of the two parallels between them, and somewhere in there, of the two parallels between them, and somewhere in there, the ubiquitous of work and the need to give it value. The ubiquity of work, ubiquity of work, ubiquitous of work, ubiquitous is adjective. Ubiquitous means omnipresent, omnipresent. That presence everywhere is ubiquitous. So ubiquitous is an adjective. So before of, we have to use noun, not the adjective, but we have to use noun. So ubiquity is a noun. That's why what is written here is wrong. Ubiquitous word is wrong, but ubiquity of work is correct. So since this is wrong, this is also eliminated. So when it is wrong, I eliminated here. When it is wrong, I eliminated here. When it is correct, I selected here. So only two. See question number 62. When her work has tackled the colonial relationship between Vietnam and France. Okay, here, while her work has tackled the colonial relationship between Vietnam and France. Here, what is the difference between that sentence and this sentence? Here we have when, but here while, which is correct. So, when her work has tackled the colonial relationship between the Vietnam and France, as well as Vietnam and America, incorporating histories of violence. Now, see here, while her work has tackled the colonial relationship between Vietnam and France, as well as the Vietnam and so, which is better? Is it when or while? So while going through this, going through something, he has been explaining another thing. That's why it is not when, it is while, which is correct. So what is given in the question is wrong, and while is correct. Okay, this is right, and here this one is wrong. This one is wrong. Now see, as well as Vietnam and America incorporating histories of violence, exploration, and capital, it also explores. Here, as well as Vietnam and America incorporating history of violence, histories of violence, history of violence, which is right. Incorporating histories of violence, Vietnam and America, both are plural. Vietnam and America uh, incorporating histories of violence, and Vietnam and America incorporating history of violence. This history or histories. So since this is plural, histories is correct. So Here it is history, whereas this one below it is history singular. So this is wrong. What is given in the paragraph is correct. This, since this is wrong, we can eliminate over here. So one is wrong, one is correct, two is wrong. That's why here we have two. So it is wrong. Here we have one. One is correct, no? So that's why this is right. This is chances are there. Since two is wrong, this can be eliminated. No correction required. Also, one statement is correct, the other part is wrong. No, that's why this can be eliminated. So ultimately, our answer is either B or C. Only one or one and three. Let us go through third one. Here the formal and chemical qualities. See the formal and chemical qualities of the different media in which it is released, and here the formal and chemical qualities of the different media in which it is completed. See here the word it is which is released and which is completed. What is correct expression? See the formal and chemical qualities of the different media in which it is released, the formal and chemical qualities of the different media which is completed. Yeah, what is given in the thing is correct contextually. So this is wrong, that's why only one. So option C is your answer. So eliminate B, only one. So option C, 62 is C. Question number 63 onwards, we have reading comprehension. Here let us go through the question directly, which is easier, and choose the appropriate title for the passage. See, in the examination when you get these kind of questions, if this is the first question after completion of all other questions like 69, 70, you may get some knowledge. With that knowledge you can answer this one. I mean answer this, because only for that question avoid reading many times. Okay, choose the appropriate title of the passage. See, title of the passage is always based on the central idea. See the first paragraph, how did he begin? The 14th Finance Commission recommendation increase the tax devolution as percent of the poll, and taxes increased. Okay, and or resource transferred without condition. So this is, he wants to develop this idea, and estimates the point, and also increases the united funds is a marked improvement, and the transfer of funds transfer away from the conditions, and it attention to the reform, commission transfer to enable states. So everywhere it is transfer transfer, commission transfer, again a major burden, and various conditions of the decline, increase in how it is ended. In the ending, expenditure functions and the list of predominantly economic, the share of expenditure and progressive, and the functions are primarily domain states. The union government should move its focus on overlapping the domains, etc. Coming to the options, Sarva Siksha Abhiyan. Actually, Sarva Siksha Abhiyan has been used by the writer only once. The two to give an idea. Yeah, here it is Sarva Siksha Abhiyan. This is the one. So not Swachh Bharat, Sarva Siksha Abhiyan, and he used some more things: budget support, major schemes, minor schemes, fund transfer, everything. So it is not Sarva Siksha Abhiyan. So the first option can be eliminated. Jawaharlal Nehru National Urban. So if this is also used by him only once in second paragraph. Next, backward religion grant fund, or else normal central assistance. So chances are there. Question number, yeah, this question, no title. Okay, Best title, no? So choose the appropriate title. Here we have income expenditure, tax and all, income or getting federal transfer rights. See, as I said number of times, the transfer of the conditions, here transfer away, again non-financial commission transfer. It's in the complete, the first paragraph completely reveals something about the transfer of funds. Coming to the second paragraph, uh, large devolution as per the budget attentions, allocations, and major schemes dealing with the central project. So reduction of the grant, and so the last paragraph as articulated 14th commission report between 2002 and 2005, and here also the percentage terms and union list. And see, here you have to follow the process of skipping, so no need of reading each and every line, just jump yourself. And after during that process you have to remember yourself the sentence that you have read previously. So one of the primary reasons of this need, the most functions are primary domain states. The union government, coming to the options here, income and expenditure. See, in the first paragraph he did not touch anything about the income expenditure. He said something about the income and expenditure at this particular area. This is only the area, so that's why, so this can be eliminated from the list. Tax and all, no, this is also explained in particular second paragraph. There are two or three lines. Getting federal transfer rights, yeah, even the, see, the things that are highlighted exclusively on the federal transformation, and for the same he used different kinds of schemes by the central government, and their profit uh, in a particular assessment year by the central government. That's why it can be in the limelight, and it's all about the economy, not it's not all about the economy. Even the paragraph, entire first paragraph tells something about the fund transfer only. So that's why it is also can be eliminated. Finally go with the option C. Op- C is the best title, getting federal transfer rights. Question number 64, which of the following is true according to the passage? Which is the true statements? What is the first one? 16, 15 to 16. Now post budget 15 to 16, there is a sharp decline. Scan this one. Where did he use? Look here. A major post budget, second paragraph, third line, first line. So it is a sharp decline in allocations of social sector from the various conditions of the grants and the states. Look here. Post, same sentence has been given. That's why it can be in the whole. It may be correct. Next one, B. Major schemes delinked from central support are Jawaharlal Nehru, are the Jawaharlal Nehru Urban Renewal Mission, Rashtriya Saksharata Mission. Is it true or false? This, no doubt A is true according to the second paragraph. What about B? Where did he use the word Jawaharlal Nehru? Yeah, this is Yojana. Yes, this is Jawaharlal Nehru Urban Renewal Mission. See, major schemes delinked from central support are, one is Jawaharlal Nehru Urban Renewal Scheme, next one Backward Religion Grant Fund, and normal central assistance. Okay, the major schemes delinked from the central part is Jawaharlal Nehru and Urban Renewal Mission and Rashtriya Krishi. It is not Rashtriya Krishi. So B is wrong. Since B is wrong, your option is, where there is B can be eliminated. Here we have B eliminated, we have B eliminated, B eliminate, and either D or none is true. Already one is true, no. So no doubt it is 64 is D. That's it. So let us cross check C. Between, so if 64D is correct, C must be true. So let us cross check. Between 2002 It also can be crossed because this A is true, no? So between 2002 and 2005, 2005 and so see calculations, numbering calculations can be scanned easily between 2015, what is 2002 to 5, 2005 and 11. See, between 2002 and 2015 11, between 2001 2002 and 2014 and 15. See this is, and revenue expenditure by union government state list subjected increased from the average 14%. See, and this is the proliferation. Proliferation means increasing only. The state of expenditure had positively declined 63% in 2002 and 53% in 2014. And one of the primary reasons of this need to be states, look here, 14%. 14 Commission 2005 and 11, revenue expenditure by the union government on the states increased 14%. 14%. See here, increased average increased 14%. An average increase of 14%. So that is also true. That's why your answer is option D. Question number 65. What is here? What are the different schemes that is not linked? Be careful. Which is not linked from the central support? Central support. Without central support. See, the union budget does not provide. Delinked. There is a word delinked I have come across. This decline has, the scheme central support has been withdrawn. Okay. Important schemes of Rashtriya Saksharata, Rashtriya Krishi Vigyan Yojan, the Integrated Child Development Service, Swachh Bharat, and allocation of elementary education under the midday meal and Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan, financed by the gross budgetary support. Here the question is, what are the different schemes that is not delinked by the central office? Here we have the options like Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan. Is it not delinked? Jawaharlal Nehru Reward, the different schemes that are not delinked from the central support. Contribution, the integrated child elementary. See here, important schemes in the first category. This is the source. Important schemes in the first category are the Rashtriya Saksharata Vikas Yojana. So that is the first category. And the integrated child development service and Swachh Bharat Abhiyan allocations for the elementary education under the midday meal scheme. And mm, so important schemes in the first category are Rashtriya Saksharata Mission. The major schemes delinked from the central support are Urban Jawaharlal Nehru Urban Mission, Backward Religion Fund, etc. And here the question: what are the different schemes that are not delinked? So these are delinked. So according to the sentence that I have written, it was delinked. This is delinked. This is also delinked, but it was not delinked. So for question number 65, it is option A. 66. What does the author suggest to the union government about the intervention of the state or concurrent list? Concurrent means agreement. The meaning of concurrent is agreement. So it is given in the last line only. The union government should move its focus on the function, overlapping function to subject and squarely fall in the function and domain of the union and union list and limit its intervention. It has to limit its intervention to the state list and concurrent list. So that is the source. So the author suggests that union government to take matter seriously. No. To convey clear message to the states. No. According to these lines, to reduce their interventions in the domain and come under the state list and the concurrent list. Yeah, state list and the concurrent list. It is this one, which is the best one. And the source is last line. 66 is C. 67. What is the synonym of the word proliferation? Actual meaning of proliferation is multiply, means increase. The meaning of proliferate is increase. Audacious means acidus means careful. The meaning of assiduously is careful. Apprise, appraisal. Appraisal means training. Ambivalence, which means positive or positive and negative thoughts on something. Positive and negative thoughts on something is ambivalence. Escalation means increase. That's why for the proliferation, the best word is escalation, which is option D. Option D is the answer. 68. What does the author mean by phrase limit its intervention on the state? What does it mean? Here, he used this phrase here in the passage. Last two lines. What does it mean? So government should intervene the state. Government should intervene. Actually, here, see, limit its intervene on the state list and current list. So government should intervene. No, limit intervene is different. So should check. Yeah, intervene since it has to go in the middle in order to check the difference of jurisdiction and common jurisdictions. That common jurisdiction is a general agreement. Concurrent, as I said previously, concurrent means agreement. So chances are there for B. Next, should limit the, is it check or limit? Should limit the intervention expenditure in the matters of state and concurrent list. Chances are there for C. Should be considered happening. This is blunder, irrelevant. So already two or chances are there now. That's why none of this can be eliminated. Your answer is either B or C. See, contextually, here the government, read here, union government should move its focus from spending on overlapping functional domain to subject that squarely fall in the, squarely means fairly, functional domain of the union, as in the union list, and it has to intervene its step, it has to go in the middle on the state list and current list, and here should check the amount of interference in state jurisdiction and the common jurisdiction, and should limit the revenue expenditure, is it revenue expenditure or check the amount of references matters of the state and concurrent list. When there is a comparison between B and C, it is the B which is the best one. It is not to limit, it should be check the amount of interference. So question 68 is B. So what is the synonym of squarely? Actual meaning of squarely is fair and without any cunning, which means honestly. The meaning of fairly is honestly. And here entirely conundrum. See, the meaning of conundrum is confusion, also known as puzzled. Puzzle. Square in shape, no. Craven. Craven tells something about fear. The meaning of craven is fear. Entirely is known word. Conundrum means puzzle. And the meaning of squarely is honest. What did he ask? He asked synonym, no? For that's my squarely means honestly. So here, according to the context, squarely subject that squarely fall in, that honestly. So this is entirely. Option A is the best answer. Rest of the things can be eliminated. 70. What is the synonym of predominantly? Predominantly meaning is generally. Actual meaning of predominant is generally, and preponderantly. Preponderantly. Preponderantly also tells something about superior. The meaning of preponderantly is superior, primarily, generally, all of the above here. So, and preponderantly superior, generally, mainly, primarily. So meaning of mainly, primarily is fine. And contextually, preponderantly means superiorly or superior in the sense important person. So it can be used as mainly also, mainly. So option A, B, C, all are equal in meanings. That's why go with option D, all. The meaning of predominantly not only preponderantly but also mainly, primarily. So all, option D for 70. 71. What is the antonym? See, antonym of elementary. Elementary means main or primary, basic. So basic is synonym. Here he has, we have to answer the antonym. No, elementary means primary. Primary also basic. So this is not your answer. Rudimentary. Rudimentary also nothing but basic. So this is not your answer. Fundamental. This is also basic. Not your answer. All of the above. All are not antonyms, so synonyms. So this is wrong. So none of these correct. You can go with option number E. Question number 72. What is the meaning, antonym of devolution? See, actual meaning of devolution is disturbance. Dispersion, devolution, which means dispersion, I mean, distribution of the uh, responsibilities to the authorities. Distribution of responsibilities or else admin powers to authorities. Yeah, the meaning of devolution is distributing the administration powers to the authorities. Here, decentralization. The word decentralization also same. So, but here we have to answer the antonym. No, that's why this is not your answer. Transfer. Transfer also distribution. No, so it is also not your answer. Surrender. Distribution, giving to somebody, surrender. So this is also wrong. All of the above wrong. So go with none of these. So option E, 72. Question number 73. Yeah, here we have a closed test in a different way. In the passages given below, there are 8 blanks. The A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Those blanks must be filled with the related options. So here your knowledge should be on the previous line of the blank. Suppose this is the blank. Your knowledge on this line and this that sentence and the sentence after the blank gives you the best clue to answer. See here, email tracker is a third party software that anyone can download an email tracker and install for free. So for certain dash detracted features. What do you mean of detracted? Detracted means defame. Defame. And here second features. First one, second features. Can you say second features? Insert for certain dash features. Can you say for certain second features? No, irrelevant. Primary features, prominent features, additional features, no change. So among these words, for certain dash features after, he has to pay fees. So certain actually this sentence tells something about the negativity. That's why here among these words the negative word is your answer. Primary is positive, prominent is important, positive, additional is positive. So the best negative is which is in the bold, detraction. So the detraction word is suggested by the writer. So that is the best one. Option E. So the best word is detraction. For certain dash features, one has to pay a person who sends mail using the software can dash tract. No, sorry, it is not detraction. It is features. No. So let me solve this one once again. See, for certain, see, email tracker is a third-party software that anyone can download and install for free. For certain detracted features, okay, fine, those are the features that can blame you. Features one has to pay, yeah, because of this reason one has to pay. What kind of features? Additional, not detraction. It is D, which is the best one. So additional feature, for certain additional features one has to pay fees. The basic version is free, and a person who sends mail using another software can dash tract, can be an apple of my, can keep an eye. Chances are there for this one. Can be apple of my because it is an idiomatic expression. Can an eye catcher? Can a bird's eye view? Bird's eye view in the sense general view. Can an eye in the sense chances are there to steal the information. So the best one it is B. Keep an eye. Can keep an eye on the time and the date at which the mail was viewed. They can see that and times was viewed and the IP address of the device on which it was viewed, whether it has been forwarded to a third person or not. So how transparent it is. And on the first time, you see, on the first time, is it right? In the first time, so which is correct? On the first time, it seems, or in the first time, a quick glare at a first look seems like a on the first instance it seems. So chances are there for this one. On the first time, it seems like it is not on the first time. It is wrong. So a quick a, a quick glare, a quick glare. It can be eliminated. A first look 75C. Yeah, it is see, on the first time. At a first look, it seems it is not a. It is, at first look, it is. It is printing mistake here. It is not a first look. It is at first look. So in the first instance, it is not instance. And looking through also wrong. So at first look, which is the best one, can go with option C. See, if you insert the word at first look, it seems like a handy tool. And we all have been situation where we dash wandered. Wandered means roaming. Roaming. Okay. Wandered. Wandering. It is not roaming. It is wandered. This is also roaming. So, okay, 76. It should be. It's a D, no? Where we wondered whether the important mail we, yeah. So it should be B. Option B is the answer. 77. E part, no? So our concentration should be here. So there is an entrepreneur willing to dash on it, willing to cheat, willing to memorize, willing to stabilize, willing to capitalize on it, will, and where there is a demand, there is an entrepreneur willing to dash on it since it is on, willing to capitalize on it. Memorize, stabilize can be eliminated, and it is the option D for 77. 78. This is your target. And tracking software embedded. Embedded a small. Embeds, distance, embedded. The tracking software, it is singular. Embedded a small visible image and sent mail, sent singular, no? And when the receiver opens. So since it is receiver opens, the sentence must be simple present. Since the sentence is simple present, your embeds is a simple present. Rest of the things can be, and dot to this is singular. And we have receiver opens, no. So option A, 79. So our target should be this part, sluggishly. And with data consumption increasing dash in the past year itself, increasing adversely at doorstep by leaps and bounds. See, with the data consumption increasing greatly, so by leaps and bounds, increasing by leaps and bounds. Sluggish means, see, the meaning of sluggish is lazy, and the nonsense, actual meaning of nonsense is slight difference. Slight difference. The nonsense of using basic services such as email need to be understood, especially by the professionals in the workspace. So the slight difference of using the examples of no. So what is given is correct by the examiner. So because it tells something about slight difference, no, not more. That's why you can go with option number A.